Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Calhoun's. As the weather warms up, there is no better place to go to enjoy an outdoor meal than Calhoun's. You got the deck over at the river downtown. You got the new lakefront view, which is open in Oak Ridge. I saw yesterday the Tiki Hut is now open for business down in Loudoun County at their location. They are all over East Tennessee, and folks, it looks like it's going to be about 70 this afternoon. Can't think of a better place to go than Calhoun's. Check them out. All right. Plenty more to come on today's show, but right now I want to hammer through some spring football topics, about a minute or so each. I don't want everybody trying to be nice here, so just jump in and step on each other. Question number one, Ethan Wolf, tight end Ethan Wolf said this week, quote, "We just realized that winning 9 games isn't what we want to do. We want to do everything. We want to win them all," end quote. Does that make him the new most popular Vol in town?
I think it's him and Jarrett Garantano, because Garantano, his first media session, says the soon-to-be SEC champions, Tennessee, and he's the quarterback, and everybody's excited about him. But reading those quotes from Ethan Wolf, that is what fans want to hear from players. That's what they wanted to hear after Tennessee failed to win the East this past season, and that's why I think a lot of people were upset with Butch Jones. And players at the time did say, yeah, we're disappointed not win the East, but they want to hear that 9-4 is not good enough, and that winning a championship, whether they're going to or not, that's the goal and that's the main focus.
Anybody else got 20 seconds to throw onto that one?
Well, go back it up. I mean, talk's cheap. If that's not good enough, then don't lose to South Carolina, don't lose to Vanderbilt.
And I think it may help having a guy saying this. I don't know that it could hurt having a player that seems to be saying the team has this feel to it.
What would be the reaction if Beverly Davenport tweeted that?
Outrage, fury.
Well, John, I think it rolls right into the quarterback situation. I think the fact that Jaren Garantano or Garantino or whatever you want to call him, the fact that this freshman's willing to come in with this expectation, and listen, he'd have brought this expectation anywhere he went.
Right.
This is the way this guy was raised.
Well, he committed at Times Square on a. I mean,
exactly. You knew what you were getting.
There's no little ego there.
I mean, to me, it's a throwback to Casey Clausen. It's a guy coming in here saying, "Hey,
it was big words for Mike Griffin."
Well, from a confidence perspective, and then talking to his dad about it, his dad says, "Yeah, that's just the way he is. This is just who he is, and that is part of the quarterback situation. Is that you're going to get a guy with that swag with Garantano."
I don't have a watch, but you know what that means. All right.
Where's the buzzer?
It means I'm going to the left-hander if you don't. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Bob Shoop said this week that the Vols' best player on defense has been Nigel Warrior. Okay, good for him. But is that good for the team? Nigel Warrior's the best so far. Or would it be better to hear that a lineman or linebacker is the best defender so far?
I think he was just trying to throw Nigel Warrior a real bone there, and doesn't necessarily mean that he is, in fact, all said and done, has been the best player. I just think it's encouraging that Nigel Warrior's doing well, and I think he was just trying to pump him up a little bit there.
Okay, Mike Strange ain't buying it. He just called Bob Shoop a liar. I'm kidding. Thoughts? Agree, disagree? Is that just coach speak?
I think it speaks to the maturity of the defense as a whole, the second year in what you're trying to learn. And Nigel Warrior had said, "Coach, I don't understand why I didn't get this last year." So that's one reason you're complimenting the kid, because he has spent extra time. So I like it. I like it because that's somebody that may not have known for sure where he was supposed to line up, what his assignment was, and now he's getting it done and he gets it.
And I think a lot of people expected him to make some sort of an impact last year, and it didn't happen. So to hear that he's taking it a step forward, even if it is a motivational tool, I think it sounds good that Tennessee.
I think it's a good news for Tennessee fans.
Okay.
You'd still want a defensive end, though, I think, to be the guy emerging.
Kongbo.
And at tackle, the guys that could emerge in that position to be the best, they're hurt. So I don't think they're eligible right now for that.
Okay, Coleman Thomas out after surgery, but he'll be back shortly. Jashon Robertson, I know Butch Jones didn't like people learning that there had been a surgery with his kid, with one of his players. He was surprised by that. But anyway, it's amazing what you can do in the media these days. The internet, it's an incredible thing. Coleman Thomas out. Jashon Robertson has moved over to center as a result. My question is, will Thomas earn that spot back when he returns, or will Robertson be the center, moving some other guys around this fall? Silence tells me
You want
this.
Coleman Thomas to be your starting center. And that sets up everything with like your preseason all-conference right guard. You can bring in the Trey Smith at left tackle. That makes you much more solid as a unit. When you start shuffling things around, I think you're getting players out of their comfort zone a little bit.
I think Coleman Thomas can be a really good center, a very solid, competent center. I'm with you. I think you want Coleman Thomas to be your center this year.
He finished the year 2 years ago pretty well at center, and then had his struggles last year.
I think Rock
He started off
Gullickson
with injuries.
Rock Gullickson, Coleman Thomas. That's another one of those guys Rock could help.
And if you remember last year, it got a lot of pub. I put up the comparison shots of our friend Mike Stoll from his playing days, who looked like Captain America on the formula, and then you had Coleman Thomas, who looked like Steve Rogers before he drank the formula. So maybe Gullickson can help Coleman Thomas and some of those other guys. All right, here's what you hear. Somebody tweeted me, what about the quarterback battle? Okay, here's what you hear on the quarterback battle. They're both making plays, but they're both making mistakes. Nobody's really they are not going to tell you that someone's leading. You're not going to hear that. So it's both making plays, both making mistakes. Quick answer here. Is there any reason to believe that quarterback play with two new guys isn't going to be a little shaky this year? I mean, there are exceptions to the rules. Some guys step in and kill it. Is it too much to expect that here, though? I mean, I would expect them to be a little shaky.
2004, they had two incoming freshman quarterbacks. They ended up in the SEC championship.
That would be the
game,
exception to the rule. Do you expect that?
Well, do I expect them to go to the SEC championship? A little early for that. I do expect to go with what you were saying, though, a lot of run game, a lot of simplification until these quarterbacks can prove they can handle an expanded playbook. And I don't want to steal your next segment, but you got to have people to throw to. Bottom line is, I do think that they will be limited, and I think it's very normal and natural that these guys would be having some trouble now because they're putting in some new offense.
Sure. And they're also, Butch Jones this week threw a lot of stuff at them just to let them know what they didn't know, which I thought was good, and then said, okay, start it again because he wasn't happy. Thought that was pretty good. Last one here, guys, and this is what you were hinting at. Behind Jawan Jennings and John Kelly, those are really your only two proven playmakers on that offense. Is there a third guy there that you trust to be a playmaker this fall? Yeah, that word trust makes it tough.
There's guys there I think will be a playmaker, but could you say
definitively
you trust them? Probably not yet.
Who are the people?
Maybe
Bird,
maybe Ethan Wolf, maybe Tyler Bird.
Tyler Bird.
Wolf's got to learn to catch the ball.
Josh Smith, when healthy, if the groin still not bothering him,
he's got to stay healthy.
He's got to stay healthy. That's everybody's
he's a solid player.
Yeah, but everybody's got to be
healthy.
Yeah.
I trust Bird's ability.
Yeah.
If they use him the right way, he can make plays for sure.
That cornerback.
I think Callaway looks smooth, and I think he looks like he's going to be a rising star very soon.
Okay, good to go. When we come back, we got a lot more to come. Football, we got Dave Hart, we got John Curry. Next, though, Frank Martin tears it up at South Carolina in year 5. Would Rick Barnes get that much time here at Tennessee? We'll discuss. Come on back.